94.7 Asempa FM Suni Ekosiisen dwumadi no asogusro a utie no ma ye na munyina ase na yensan ema mo akwa babio emra Ekosiisen so 5 minutes and it will be 5 p.m. Make us say Oko Botiano English ya man from member of parliament or that one no Sylvester Tete Wabekansa Ewu studio her former CEO of the National Youth Authority. We say greetings to a friend of Ekosiisen and Asempa FM, Jerry Ahmed Shaibu, CEO of the Coastal Development Authority. Thanks for listening to our show as always. Jerry Ahmed Shaibu, Esquire, CEO Coastal Development Authority. Good evening to you. And have a good one. We say, Obi, good evening. I think the majority should be interested in the murder of their own colleague, MP Honorable J.B. Edu. The NPP led by President Akufo-Addo and some spin doctors in this country cannot divert attention of the Ghanaian people. They can investigate the death of former President Hila Liman to the death of Atta Mills. John Dramani Mahama will form the next government in 2025 after the 2024
on Asempa
election.
FM.
That's from Alfred Kojo Tredels, Obi. The comment the Honorable made about Koku alone should tell Ghanaians something. Professor Mills died as a president and not a family leader. Honorable Kadma Mills, okay, this was not Kadma Mills. Where Samuel Atta Mills should come again. Anampon Sabediakon, thank you. This one says, good evening, Obi. Please, why is the brother of Prof. Mills running away from the investigation? He must know that former President Mills was an asset of Ghana, and Ghanaians should know the truth about his death. And this is from, okay, one of our listeners in Mr. Tufor or Hamburg in Germany. And or the way about Mr. Tufor, thank you. Let me see. We say Samuel Atta Mills is emotionally touched and charged. I could hear the voice of Professor Mills when he was speaking. Such a humble man the state has lost. Professor Mills, sleep well. Samuel Atta Mills, please calm down. This is a state assignment the majority is embarking on because he was a statesman before he passed on. Master Planner Jr. is in Kentampo and all the way are praying. Loads and loads of your messages.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
This one says that Honorable Samuel Atta Mills says he will not dignify Kokwanyi Ho with a comment. Gracious me, time is not a good friend of man, say Obama in Pokwasi. We say, hi, Obi. Good evening. The plight of the NAPCO youth is very pathetic. Once upon a time in Ghana, NPP in opposition promised one district, one factory. But here we are now. Most of the districts in Ghana cannot boast of those factories to meet the job needs of its youth. Thank God, NDC National Youth Organizer hopeful Ernest Yao Broja Jemfi has proposed a better package to meet the employment needs of tertiary graduates in Ghana. Situations of this nature require a vociferous national youth organizer. Pike Elembele Edie Eni. Obi. The teacher and lady seem to have genuine case, but the other guy is doing politics with the issues. From his tone of speech and the arrogant way he addressed Mr. President, I suspect, okay, that's not also fair. Do you think he's doing propaganda?
Ekosiisen
Regards
on
to Stephen
Asempa
Ayensu in
FM.
team. That's from Farouk, and he's in Tema. We say, good evening, Obi. I welcome this investigation into the death of Atta Mills. I understand Uncle Atta Mills' emotional stance. Uncle Atta Mills will not be allowed to sleep in peace. Let's investigate the death of J.B. Danko and the former wife of his... okay. Way Efree, Eugene Ishen Elliott. And on the way, about Eugene, thank you. Obi, I honestly don't see anything wrong with investigating the death of a national asset like former President Mills. The banter is getting some of us suspicious. Could there be something we aren't aware of? Interesting. Jomo, Pokwase, Festus, and on the way are praying. This one says, I think the majority should be interested in the murder, okay, of their own colleague traders. I think I've read your message. Thank you. for this message as well. Ma menhwɛ Eric Tete Froku. I'll say honorable members sponsoring this should give us a break. They should stop. And then is it the feeble way of doing politics and get serious? Ghanaians should be taken seriously. We need jobs, proper systems, rule of law, and good governance. Kindly wish Cyril Adom Tete and Sierra Inshra Tete a happy birthday. Okay, twins, no one, and then your birthday, you know. Okay, I hear you. And the future president of the Republic of Ghana, Eric Tete Froku, Assembly Member, Komikrom Electoral Area, Ediwe Abba. Thank you so much. Honorable Sylvester Tete, Akwa Banet saying,
Obi, Nyami Edi Achaye,
Bibi Ekoye,
Nyami Adum, Bibia Edanakom, ye won kwan die, na ye wade.
Mate.
Mami mfa kwanya so nchia Botiano English a man from phone na. Na me nchia itifo.
Omojo so.
Na
Omojo so.
Na mimma wo mboni adwuma pa.
Yeah, that's it.
Tie wo interviews a ehye me nkran. Obi, me tie wo interviews a ehye me nkran. Na ekire me say o man no wo ne dachi pa. Nti me colleague
Ekosiisen on
Samuel Atamils. I will say Otunebo na or the autopsy report of the former president Mills. The papa moi akaba this time we publish it. Enti Sebi onyo nonko ano ye brother to the former president. The other brother, Cadman Mills,
yes,
who was an advisor. Obi Futufua, let us obey pa. Na utie Cadman Mills. Womo family nankasa no, they are divided on what caused the death of the former president Mills.
Okay.
Say a idea one more report no said ye all can asemi. A idea a wahwa. They should be speaking from the same voice. Na Ghana for emnya intiasie ewo in 2017. Obi, me make it post be on my Facebook wall.
Okay.
On the 30th of March 2017, and I'm making Facebook post. Is there? My comment is here. I know ye.
Oh, okay.
Me post at me yeah.
2017.
2017. Cadman Mills, who was the brother of the late president and was his advisor, economic advisor, official of the state. I can say. Ni brother suffer a massive stroke. Na o suffer a stroke no opeja ne nsa. Ehwe nyankopon e no se nyankopon. Wo nsa e na mede mi nkwa me hye. E ho anu wuye. Is there public record? Inti Sam Mills. You see Obi say me Honorable Fifi Atamilsa.
Yes.
And he should welcome this motion from the majority side. Look, Obisa no question about Koku Anyidoho. Look, Obi and him say Koku was more than just an aide or director of communications to the president. Everything about Professor Mills. Na Koku, to the extent that Koku said, Professor Mills, Ekatre ni ba, Fifi Mills, said, don't see Koku as a worker, but see him as your elder brother. I can say that the last days of Professor Mills, now Professor Mills was closer, or Koku was closer to Professor Mills than maybe Sam Atta Mills, MP. Cadman Mills, I'll say, was closer to the former president Mills than Onofifi Mills. Okache say Professor Mills suffered a massive stroke. Obi suffered massive stroke. What suffer massive stroke? One won saso. I can't say Nyankopon say, unto your hands I commit my soul. Go back. Meti in Sema Isiye. Cadman Mills. Or say, on the 3rd of April 2017, I suspect Cadman Mills had a hand in Mills' death. Another family even accusing his own brother. Reported in this country. Mills' brother drops bombshell over president's death. Hobby, you travel a lot. Cardinal Mills opens up on President Mills' death and says government treated him sharply. Hobby, former President Mills, and the first time, the former president, sitting president, dying in office. And when they are closer. Utie one of the sisters. Also Kumasi, Oba Jubilee Osu Castle. Or then neighbor bompa ye ni devotion. Edidi ye. And catch and say, or ko Cape Coast. Udu kaswa and onya kose papa ne u. Obi.
Yeah, but I think the concern has been said. It's been 10 years. I mean,
no, Obi. Look.
Let's Sleeping Dogs laugh.
Now, own him the study of archaeology. A study of archaeology. In 1620 something. Minim say there's a fort at Old Ningo. It is through archaeology and excavation that excavated from the 16th century. Their names, the kind of activities they were doing there was excavated and a fort was built in Old Ningo today. Now, 10 years now, what are you talking about? Medical science, a new economy. So why? I welcome those saying that we should investigate, and of course, the death of JB Dankwa, it's been established. But we are looking for the perpetrators to prosecute them. So that one is not in doubt. Why? Now, nipa wu, enye nipa hunu kwa o. Say omampeni oti adeso. We wu. Nipa ben nipa no are giving us conflicting reports. Was enye important.
But what would settle it is the autopsy, and he says he has the autopsy report.
Publish it.
It's not to be published, is it?
It is not to be published, but Parliament is setting committee a public records.
Or say if that committee is set, Monfre or no as the first witness, and he would probably be your last witness.
That's a good one. So why? Why would he insult Kuku? Say he will not dignify him with the response? That's insulting.
Is that?
It is. Sabi Kuku nyani pakitwa. Former Deputy General Secretary of the former opposition MDC, the Director of Communications at the Office of the President, the Director of Asumdwe Park. Say you will not dignify him with a response. I mean, that's so insulting and below the belt. Now, baby, what the coffee fire say, Honorable Eves has not has that got to do anything to do with parliamentary work? Now you choose not to speak. What about Parliament? What you say? Ubeye dinwun kasa. Ubeye jumanzwa. What has that got to do with unraveling the facts about the death of former President Mahama? Look. Also, mamao chronology of events. The Papa Mono is supposed to settle all this doubt about it. Now, Obi.
But if you put yourself in his shoes, somebody like Samuel Atta Mills, our blood brother to the former president, and our family, our relations, and if you put yourself in their shoes, Mubra, a prominent man like that, Ewu, almost every now and then, and how would you feel? Don't you feel that I'm emotional?
2 weeks ago, or emotional, 2 weeks ago, one Kotina University of Ghana said, "Omo remember Professor Mills." If you remember the man, you remember him with everything. How he died is important. Now in history, Officer Chima Bisa said, President Wu Ebra not here. It was rumored. Say now ambulance craft from the Jubilee, from the castle to 37 years, you could pay maternity. And these are records that the public should be interested. Look, Obi, and Sebi, so big to me, but the history of this country cannot be written without Professor Mills. What do I say? So his life, how he died and everything is important. And he should not belittle the point. Now, I'm happy.
May I say you tag for a call it off, almost strike. That's what we are hearing. But my many University of Ghana branch of UTAG, one secretary, Professor Ransford Zampo, in income. Prof, Akwabana, Bibiabo Cordier.
Oh, Yamiado, who are
Yadanyamiase. Now, any from reporter, ye free parliamentary correspondent, Hono. Ochemwa, ranking member on the education committee, Peter Nochu, Eddie Atuja say UTAG lecturers no more agree to call off mo strike. Me bacho sanity.
Me de binim baby okoka fast community. So let's do things properly. I will on mind. You are dealing with university teachers. So be omunya mofra. Nti yam tre obu kakra emom. Bra itago for eka say work strike no. Omu kruchi omu nsem awo krata so and our betu twa. Nti it doesn't lie in the math of any politician to suggest or to come and say you can for a call on the strike. So I call off almost strike omu de kwan ya mo fa to strike ni tu jana. Sa kwan na omu fa so at the so omu resign de omu decision omu de no so sa kwan be fa so na omu de omu anu sem abetuja. Nti yesre yesa na eya for yese members etiwo no enya aware na atiwo on say you go for long strike. Esa na mo the pressure eto leadership kura so. Say members ehia say bibi wo ho a members ni your constitution it say members nko a na to sign on decision to not to embark on industrial action. So one for striker. So members so madwen members be take side decision. Enti no kwan ya omofa so e dey omo strike etu dwa no. Se omo pese omo sign on decision a sa kwan na number fa so na omo dey sa anu disamo no abetu dwa. Na until that no obi akasa ase na o sheda enunu members na se for me dey say etwe ye metu we manya sa media reportage ni bibiri yes we talk for column strike but your mention has no politician can call off the impact strike and no sponsored propagandistic media reportage can pressurize anyone. It is only members of UTAG to call off the strike after they are convinced to say or demands have been met or they are going to be met. Somo and babai ako na omani na ako benku mu say oh sanya kasa ekudi niana ya call strike and she be calling offer almost the take that decision, and when that decision is taken it will not be subject to rumors. There will be emphatic statements will be issue which you can interrogate or you can discuss into the patcho until so better say UTAG actually be egu omokrata so e dia tudwa no ye keka ansem ya na ama members a bit agitated na no strike na ye wono ye ni nje ho na ye hwe kwan ya ye fa so senior discussions negotiations e koso senior be ya e betumi solve problem no once and for all ti obi ani nje say ye was strike ye frɛ say in some way members any among discuss na omo agree yɛmfa to dwa saa na yɛhuro mo ɛsa na say na mpanimfoɔ mako decide bibi koraa na mambɔ members amanneɛ ɛne n'asefo but yɛasɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ mu no sɛ even national leadership ɛkɔtena ɔmo ne mpanimfoɔ kɔsi nkonnwa na sɛ even ɔmo gye to mu sɛ ɔmo take decision bi a whatever decision they take is subject to ratification of members until some members have been briefed and then they have said yɛate no yeah we jump the guy now and send me to Tuja. A bema a deepen a certain intransigence me sure say beboa.
Now me patrol meeting because between UTAG leadership, the select committee on education minister, any labor minister meeting this course on there.
I am aware the meeting because
and they transfer the meeting the unfan Tuja.
Me patrol the meeting no as bisa bisa there to say and the crime bank the first so as I know no the kasa the meetings we've been meeting and lokwa kusia ne yesremo mon consider going back to a lecture hall I know the idea a course but if you say you tag leadership for most when you're insensitive so peace akoswa and na for and you know appeals no also this have be proposals and I say yama applying representatives so now I am sure the leadership weigh what the appeals the extent of the appeals and then the proposals that are also being made now so for more discussing in that you know whatever transpired there no and no crano say bibi be more the papa ma utaga SSM pin for the two members in him na members ebobo and one sana decision do over to me island epic you know obi after who oh you say de bia na yi nkofo kwa kutia politicians a woni ombeka asem kokoro mu no e bia afenka na wo behwe sene a woni nkofo beka so bon say omadi nkan eliki asem no atu bedwem asemi a woni omko kan kokoro mu no e bia when you on behalf of your group be I said be I'll take your time now be brief members members be seven and got of my money. Yes, ma ye can't say more into me and yes,
yeah. Because interestingly, no, after that meeting and parliamentary press call, no, and Ora Pitanusu Edin Koma,
after that meeting, you know, parliamentary press call in Pitanusu now can one can say, you can go for call on strike, call on their strike, issue statement, and Tiani or Makasa, and to know your mom, say, be or one casa at Babetuga, our casa more. Now, to the members say when I walk out, an effort to resolve the impasse. Because one can now create impression say leaders no cry agree to something without record members. Yes, a man you don't see a mono BBI baby and members and into the interest enjoy the practice of which you are seeing who cover adi abudi ko edrobo nso obi afa ho eliki ato bedwem sa na fe wa wo ko kasa asem members so be na asem na wo kasa members no kwa na da bonten da it doesn't make efforts to resolve some of these impasse and conflict easy for anybody.
Yeah. Now finally we heard of the High Court decision as well. Say Munko back to teach while negotiations continue, and we are told that next Tuesday and a court need be ruling on whether the strike was legal or illegal. And only a man find you my own.
There means me because I court ma judgment. Along the foreigners they need a certified copy of the order.
Okay.
Now based on that, so we see in court architect.
Yes.
Court no, then a lawyer for the court. You know, a lawyer for a cano and members at the age. Now, ever since court my judgment, no, National Executive Committee affairs will be here. Now, lawyer for the same, no, Omonsanka is the certified copy of the order. Omonsanka then they would advise as to what must be done.
Very well. Honorable, ain't Nasi, for now. Hey, Mr. Honorable. Prophecy. We are prophecy. But at least to clarify issues, no, you tag officially and communicate with baby as well, calling of a strike. That's what you are saying, right?
It's not been up. So you can't,
very well.
It will be captured on your letterhead. Now, young person, you best subject some of these things to ambiguity. Now, we necessary. I mean, fancy and Cambium, it's not that we are being intransigent. Obieni wa, any strike, he said, you're too early B school, now we are not intransigent. We bring mass school habit. And you know, in them discussions, and about and we are hoping, sir, and Chakrano. And your mother to ye, my members, I come at you. You to say, you know, Pacho. First, you know, now your cancer at the group unions are now it was always about leadership. Oh, but to say, UTAG union, no, it's not so much about the leaders, it's about the members. Oh, because you are dealing with university professors. Can you know, Nanka at the university professor there or any research not saying at the Ankanuana at the but to say everybody is interested in what goes on the union. You know, it is more about the members than even the leaders. International share ye beka yen sama bontia emma yenko full members no abo bebre send e be ya se bi kra o na say edito munimo a na also
very well. Yo, Prof. Yeah, that's it. And Professor Ransford Jampo, a UTAG, University of Ghana chapter on branch, and as a chapter secretary and a branch secretary, and Motesi and AD and Como. And that's where we are now, or say officially, no mono and communicate TBB. And let's see what happens if that official communication would come about. The Ensaka, Yansuya the Betrija, Amamo, Intimonshan and so, and fa MIA in studio, a Honorable Sylvester Tete MP, Botiano, Englishy, a man from constituency. And but there's a message from Chairman Adekoka, or say Obi. Is the MP sitting in front of you? Or does he think he knows better than Samuel Atamels on the demise of Prof. Mills, this country, and Latter-day Saints?
Unfortunate statement.
Chairman Adekoka.
He calls me a Latter-day Saint.
I'm not sure what I refer to.
But he's referring to
general comment,
saying that the MP sitting before you.
Yes, that one he's referring to.
Say,
you don't know better than Samuel Atamels on the demise
and this country a Latter-day Saint. Which people is he referring to as a Latter-day Saint?
And maybe I'll be back again with that bit. No?
I think we should come back again.
Yeah, on that bit.
Look, the fact that Unimubi, I told him a Facebook post I made in 2017.
Yes.
And I've referred to conflicting report from the brothers. Is he saying Chairman Adekoka, he was closer to Professor Mills? Was he not the one who was crying all over? Professor Mills, I'm telling you of somebody like Koku, Cadman, and some Fifi Mills. These are people, they don't need to knock to enter Professor Mills' room. Now, Okan will say, what is Latter-day Saint? Or no, or your history, Chairman Adekoka, or kind history books, Niyama, your documentary, man kwalai. You stop this issue about Latter-day Saints. In any case, many small boys are. I've been around for a little while. You've been in the game for a while. I've been around for a little while. Yeah. You can say, to say, oh, say, Latter-day Saints. I'm not.
There is a message from lawyer Eduji Tamaklo, or say Obi, quote, under Section 5.1 of the Coroners Act 1960, that's Act 18, the coroner shall hold as soon as practicable an inquiry under the Act touching the death of a person when he has reasonable cause to suspect that that person has died. A violent or other unnatural death, or B, a death of which the cause is unknown, or C, while detained in a prison, lockup, lunatic asylum of public institution other than a hospital, or D, in such place or circumstances as in the opinion of the coroner to make the holding of an inquiry in accordance with this act necessary or desirable. Finally, I wish to stress that coroner's inquests are no pantomime shows. They are not comic plays. They are not tragic operas to be listened to and watched by an audience. They are solemn and mournful proceedings to determine how a human being came by his death. These proceedings cause pain and sorrow to relatives, and it seems that inquests should not be held unless they are necessary and desirable. That's page 231. Okay, should not be regarded as routine matters in all cases. Otherwise, coroners would be likened unto automatons and robots. This is the Republic versus District Magistrate Grade 1, Kolegono, ex parte Ampoma, 1993-94. That's the 2 Ghana Law Report 2020 to 2071. And counsel for the appellant in this case was now President Akufo-Addo, where a Supreme Court decision. That's the Supreme Court speaking on a similar case, a coroner's inquest. But that's quite an interesting decision from the Supreme Court. Yeah,
lawyer Edudi, my good friend.
But interestingly, Nana Akufo-Addo was counsel for the appellant.
No, but it doesn't
in this
really.
case.
It doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, no, just a matter of
good
fact.
education.
Yeah, but really good education.
But I think the majority motion, the members of, I'm not the majority, the 4 members of parliament, in their thinking,
yeah,
you see, Maka a lot of way, and in recent times, I stand back, and it's coming from people so close to the late former president, Mills.
Yes,
you see, there are a lot of things. Mikaipa say, former president Mills, we Ghanaians saw visible signs of deteriorating health, to the extent say nsɛm nyinaa bɛyɛ tuntum ne ade menkae abusuafo yaw ɛno de nsɛmsɛm baeɛ ɛno nyina akyi maybe say obi a ɔyɛ very close and indeed closer to the man than his own family. Koku. I mean, so you see, Odenchem, if you see as a catcher say, or mampam ni tea power. Now, what would it? What would it? Brandis Abronson's row or that ready? Now, was your Nazi order. But it serves the public good. And the lawyer, the buyer, yes, it doesn't rule completely the essence of investigations into it. And this parliament, Sabi, 4 members of parliament, Asamo Mudibai, and no interest, your call yana automatic. There will be compelling argument, counter argument here and there.
After it's admitted, no, there will be a debate.
There will be a debate. And the motions are baby.
Because I've gotten a copy of the motion itself, private members' motion.
Yes.
And the reason, almost say, that this honorable house constitute a bipartisan committee, quote, to unravel the unending mystery surrounding the death of late President Mills, which sad event occurred on 24 July 2012. Sponsors, Honorable Anodompre Frank, Majority Chief Whip and MP in Sawe Madrejri. Honorable Habib Idrisu, Second Deputy Majority Whip and MP Tolong. Honorable Davis Ansa Opoku, MP in Praeso. Honorable Ifs Ninoy Hansen, Norte, MP Tema Central. Into any motion, omo speaker be admitted.
Obi, we as a my Obi say unravel the
intent na nkofo kan wasemo.
What is the intent? To unravel. They've stated the intent clearly. To unravel the unending
But I can excuse him because now Sammy Jeffin and
there was over.
And I went
and the boss too.
The party no action is where deputy national youth organizer Edem Akwaba it is saying
Obi Namiadum Bibia Boko. I think say you were in DC and then a very solemn day for us.
Okay.
And then share the funeral service for the late honorable Jifa Ativo.
Okay.
Nti anopa we ni church
all
service.
black.
Yes,
Oh,
nti ni church service for State House. Na the body ni ko ni hometown Abutia.
Okay.
Our Volta region. Nti Saturday na the final funeral right.
Okay.
I think say it's only proper to pay tribute to a great woman who was serving a nation in various capacities, and I know the nation will never forget her. I mean, generally, no, we are mourning the late Jifa Ativo. But Obi,
yes,
me banona mitie Honorable Sylvester. Any the interviews now will conduct here, no. Obi, my first point is this issue is not even worthy of discussion on a prime time like this. Worthy. Obi, at the time an NAPCO for demonstrations talking about issues of livelihood. Into me, Honorable Sylvester, the former NYA, we know he should have been here speaking to the rising youth unemployment, any issues are affecting young people. At the time, Obi, economy, Obi, at the time, yes, but Mr. Way, this what we are discussing, Krano. It is not worthy, but maybe so. At the time, the economy is in a mess. I will be complaining. You have 4 members of parliament who belong to the majority.
Yes.
Omudie, this is idea. So important. There's nothing wrong, say. Obi be demanding investigations into the death of anyone, not just a former president. I mean, everyone. And I were in this. You are welcoming everything that they want to do. But don't Obi consistently behind him say, omo intention, omo the DSM which they are succeeding with discussion like this. Say they want to divert attention from the economic mess, from the rising fuel prices. I mean, we can say fuel prices almost breaking the 8. I think last week we were studio and I predict here say 2 things are likely to break the 8. The third one will never happen, which is to see Dr. Baumia as president. First one, we can say exchange rates, any fuel prices, okay, and then fuel prices at about 7.999 a liter, almost 8. Before the end of this week, no, even though we don't wish it, no, with this kind of mismanagement, no, you better break 8 with that fuel price. Obi, these are the things of concern to the good people of Ghana. Now your members of parliament in Crawford are queued up in the hot sun. People were beaten by the rain during registration. Now I got to Obama member of parliament with all the important issues happening. Now I done in errand boy to push this kind of agenda. Maybe into the issue of President Mills's death. But Obi, this issue, first and foremost, is not even worth discussion because a diversionary tactics. Obi, who loves President Mills more than the family members? Now, what's the issue with some propaganda they be from 2012? The family about say they have come out or they have seen the autopsy report and they know what killed their brother. They know what killed their husband. They know what killed their father. They know what killed their family member. Is it a case, a close member of the family? Someone who is belonging to the family of President Mills. And yet latter day center, Omoye Juma with him at a point, and even when they have left NDC, we have sacked them from the party out of bitterness. And they are behaving like excuse me to use the word, mad cows are raising all sorts of allegations. I'm not insulting him.
I'm not saying you are insulting him.
Me attitude and me describing me wasting me time on him. Obi, who deserves to mourn or to cry for what killed a family member than the family. Family now about out consistently because they have seen the autopsy report and they are okay and they know what killed their brother. They know what killed their husband. They know what killed their family member. No, but and I make say
it's on the table.
Can say it's on the table. It is not worth it, but I will go into it. Obi. So it is diversionary tactics.
But MPs so more intent. They say we need to establish protocols on how we deal with such matters when they come up again.
Obi.
Yes.
Nana Akufo-Addo, our president, the first wife we have they made the autopsy report public? Because autopsy reports are not supposed to be made public. Now family needs say we have seen it and are just satisfied. Into say can I also demand say the first wife of President Akufo-Addo find the autopsy report about out and now I'm not done pray. Honorable I'm not done pray already me and I mean what statement now I was extremely disappointed, especially in another pray. On him, he is somebody I made me who need to say my senior brother. I watched him as a student leader, me who how or progressing in parliament. And for me, no, my just surprise say all of a sudden, this is an issue. I'm not done pray. It's a 1-4 echo to Abamano. This is what an issue I will not consider worthy. But I will go into the issue and make us say, should we also start demanding say, if they really care about death, any what kills somebody, need somebody, why are they not interested in JB Dankwa's own?
Almost that is in court. Say Honorable Kanhwasem. Say they know
the first question is what has warranted this thing. Apart from say diversionary tactics, it's just a needless attempt to take some pressure off the government. But Obi, President Mills, he was a president.
A sitting president.
A sitting president, people die. The family say we are okay. We are okay, sir. They want to go into, they can do whatever investigation. But Obi, President Mills Obi and in life, simplify Obi and it defines somebody who values every other human being. Unim sir. Last 2 weeks, there was a ceremony to launch the memorial heritage. Even people from opposition to say the venerable and the most revered Kwame Pienim. What's any account of President Mills? You see, say. Or Yobia, he did not allow position to let him look down on others until he values every life. And he said, if they really care about President Mills, Obi, in the 2020 elections, 8 people now to the benefit of President Akufo-Addo. Why are they not interested in that investigation? So then he is the he's the biggest beneficiary of what? There was electoral violence. Who won who was declared winner of the election? Till today. Have you ever heard President Akufo-Addo even mention that issue? Akufo-Addo name your president bia minor disaster crisis or another country. He's always on his Twitter, any Facebook. Care about it. Or your president bia or make sika available for the Ministry of Communication. Organize a funeral for the late George Floyd. Okay. The black American who the police officer choked to death. Guy now say I can't breathe. Okay. There was a funeral held here with state resources in Ghana. But President Akufo-Addo say the 8 people that were killed in the election, not even a single statement. If it is not to his benefit, no, I don't know one kasafa. Which means he doesn't care about the lives of those people. It is how MPs now 4 now almost year investigation, almost year say anything. Habib. Ufri Tolon ni Lamesegug, Tamale area. No, it's the same. Ufri the same area. Just 2 or 3 days ago, indiscriminate police shooting led to the death of a young person. And who are interested? I'm sorry, governance is supposed to be a serious business.
Now who says he's not
interested?
But
from 27, but you're interested. Obega Kofa Asema needless. Asema of the family of the person who is dead. And the loved ones, ni iritiase, ni matiase, ni brothers. They keep consistently saying, they know what killed their brother.
I asked Honorable Anodom Pred that question. His response, they say, don't look at former President Mills as a property of a family. He's a state property. He died as a sitting president, for crying out loud.
Obi, there is a reason why, your laws,
yes.
And you cannot stand up, say, commit suicide.
Absolutely.
Who attempt here, the state can arrest you and prosecute you. Because you are here individual, you are seen as a property of the state. It's now why your own life, you cannot take it out.
Yes.
Into those 8 people that were killed in the elections, for President Akufo-Addo to be declared president, their lives also matter.
He was declared president because Ghanaians voted for him, and because
if not for the 2, say Obi. governance na serious business. Oh, governance is supposed to be a serious business. And it's supposed to be serious business. Now, from 2017, it has become comic display. To the extent say when there are serious issues of bread and butter, rising unemployment, UTAC forward strike, there are really serious challenges that must be solved. You have members of parliament, chief whip, whatever, no. They will sit together and the only thing they are interested in is to engage in this petty propaganda. They are choosing and picking. Now, Bisa almost say those 8 people now that were killed in the election, are they not interested? Omo are interested. Are they not Akufo-Addo up to today? He has not even made a statement, common statement about it, or addressing parliament. He didn't speak about it. And the governance is a serious way. Omo to me, yeah, they should give up the seat. Now, that President Mills propaganda now look, Obi, it will not reach anywhere. That is not what will save this sinking government. Now, I bind it, they are failing that, but Omo per se, yanko into the death of people and mysterious deaths. Yawadin bebre Muti parliament or mu colleague bako etina TV so declare journalist place tag on him say obi to me hamina he would make sure that they hate somebody and you're interested in that mu journalist now journalist now omukunu ya assassinated him in Medina after a member of parliament on the majority side awoye mu colleague sitting on national television. I can very dangerous comment about him. And no one interested no, the life enya important to you people. No, the life enya important. My former colleague JB Dankwa, the life enya important mamuana, and all the other deaths that has occurred. And me see, if they want to play the death politics, enya politics are me as Edem Agbana and NDC for interested. Okay. But if the NPP wants to bring it on, we'll all go in and decide to establish as a President Akufo-Addo, the first wife, almost they should bring out the report, autopsy report. No? We can also go and find out that crime has no expiry date. Let's go and start looking into how President Akufo-Addo's first wife died. Let's start looking at JB Dankwa.
She was not a state official.
And Amika say, it is not only about being a state official. It is not only about being a state or in a mere establishment. My establishment say the life of every Ghanaian is equally important. Whether the person was president, MP, motor rider, whatever, it's important. Now, you are challenged. You have shown some you are incompetent. You are inept. You cannot manage the country. Country now in a messy situation. My only solution is this petty propaganda about the death of a former president.
Very well.
Very shameless people.
Edem Agbana and Ayaten and Kano.
Our MP and is a leader in the NDC, Deputy National Youth Organizer. Yes. New members of Parliament. Nyama wa listing he has the finest opportunity to lobby them to bring a motion. Right. It's one of the things he can do.
Okay.
Don't tunable. But my main establishing one fact. Obi. Ghana's president-elect, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has sent his condolences to the families of voters who died at the Techiman South constituency. 2 days on the 9th of December. And listen, I condemn in no uncertain terms the isolated incident of post-electoral violence in Odododio and Techiman that led to a few regrettable deaths. May their souls rest in peace. We must work to avoid the repetition of such events in future. This is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So where did you get your fact from? Because we tell you, can't Ghana for you never made a comment. And you were citing George Floyd. This is what you just said. But I'm reading to you. Oh, Tobo. Maza, Tobo. Look, can you imagine that?
But we don't know, is it, how was this comment made? Through which means?
Through his official handles.
Which one?
On social media.
On social media, they issued official statement. You see, Obi, you better ne kasa. Say Nana Addo nipe wu kroma. Then you can beat your chest to say the president never coughed. And the most unfortunate comment he made say, nipa ne wu yansan declared no president. What's the correlation? The man won election over 500,000 votes. So, 2 constituencies where this incident happened. You won in Odododio. Does it mean the people who died in Odododio or who died that declared made him a president? I mean, that's unfortunate. national deputy youth organizer, my brother, Adam, your way there, don't go there. You can't nipa ewu an election to attribute it to victory.
Ekosiisen
Don't go there. Let us have discussions. Look, you welcome the investigation. It should end there. You welcome it. Now, what the BT about the bushy? You have members of parliament. All the things you are listing in any case. Nanado's wife. Nanado was not even a public officer when the wife died. His first wife died. So what is the correlation? We are talking of a sitting president, and you want to equate it with a private man's wife who died. Do you know how much we spent to protect the sitting president? Now, with all the expenditures, Ufrimu, not the suspicion. Oh, maybe President Mills's 3-year term in office, no, you might not have engaged him for 10 minutes before. You might have seen him just at functions. The person who goes to his bedroom is making an allegation, and you think it's not worth investigating. Now, what I would tell you, what is it? Wait, me see, Ninya Bema. Officer of the government, President Mills heads. I say, President Mills suffered a massive stroke. He lifted his hands unto heavens and said, "God, unto your hands I commit my soul," and he died.
Ekosiisen
investigate when he was a private person. Aren't you ashamed of your own comment to say we are shameful people? Please, don't go there, young man. Enti Mumayen lifty the bar of discourse. Look, Obi make a proposal for a motion in parliament. You don't debate. You have members of parliament. Once the speaker admits the motion, you'll be subject to a debate. So why? Gidi, what are you afraid? I say, yes, you go see police station. And I'm running a police station. You play other than move canon cotton to my man grofo and Colatia when you do no be this year. Yes, see police station. I was the police station. Bunches canon and Yindi. Yes, police station. I was the DC. Debate no so other members of parliament. Yeah, debate into the Moko parliament. And yet debate into the members of parliament. Mu sponsor or the filing fee of all your members of parliament you pay from your national headquarters. So they are there to work. Some females say or no, they are in parliament is chosen to keep quiet. Now or indict you be 5 years in parliament. You have selected or you've elected yourself to be quiet. Who did the interview? Who did the interview? No. Or see, I've chosen to remain quiet in parliament. And you constituency vote here. You elected a member of parliament who has elected himself in the August half of parliament to keep quiet. Oh, maybe I should come and debate the motion tomorrow. Or when the speaker admits it. Look. See, President Wu, there were issues. So we shouldn't talk about it. Niama ya kan wasem de bebreo. Obi, economy ya be kan wasem, security ya be kan wasem, unemployment ya be kan wasem. Bibia ya be kan wasem. Me, debia me kan wasem. Obi, remember me for that. Me see. Ukokota. The witness in the witness box. The credibility of the witness is important to the adjudication of the matter. Enti monya butre. Gidi ni die. Motion yamfa nkochi obi wo fi yanko bu obi o. Yankochi obi wo kwan so ya bu no say wo na wo wakum Professor Mills eso so na wakum Professor Mills. Ene koku ye nipa boni for. Na we asi pa obi. We asi.
Let me read some few messages. Adam, I'll come to you. Chairman Adokoka says, he comes back and says, Obi, to be honest with you, I don't want to expatiate on what I said, but I don't expect the MP to come to the studio and speak about a post he had on his Facebook and then claim he is a historian on the death of President Mills. My advice to him is that he doesn't know anything more than what a blood brother of President Mills knows. As for the politics, there are many who will claim they know more than themselves. I rest my case. That's Chairman Adekoka. This one from lawyer Ejode Tamaklo again. He says, Obi, please tell my friend, the Honorable Sylvester Tete, that Parliament has no authority to make any such inquest. Parliament enacted Act 18, Coroner's Act, to deal with such things. Parliament did not retain any such powers. Inti onono on a legal tangent say
no.
Muni, you've given away that right. Because my pass the Coroner's Act.
Obi. Investigations into it does not necessarily amount
to a coroner's inquest.
Yes. It should come again.
Now say ma pass this act, which gives that power of investigations to another body. What Parliament interest again?
Obi, it is not only the kind wenubium.
Yes.
Kind biuma. You see, circumstances.
Yes.
Even your krumha.
Yes.
Obi cross your kupie maternity ward. Obi cross an ambulance they didn't call. Obi cross. I mean, these are matters important to the history of our country.
But all of those are captured because how can I act now? Act Section 5(1) of the Coroner's Act, Neka say.
Yes.
The coroner shall hold, as soon as practicable, an inquiry under the Act touching the death of a person when he has reasonable cause to suspect that that person died A, a violent or other unnatural death, B, a death of which the cause is unknown.
Now,
unim, while the person is detained in prison.
Do you know their cause?
What's it?
Do you know the cause of death?
But you know, autopsy report. So the autopsy will establish the cause.
So say your family no.
It doesn't have to be published.
No, but when we commit a bipartisan way, then it will end there. Now, so who quote you answer? Have you seen it?
Okay.
Obi,
Adam.
Me are surprised. Me are very surprised.
Adam, 1 minute. I didn't make the post or I didn't read it, but it emphasizes the distortions from the same family members.
Okay. And so that's what you wanted to highlight.
That's what I wanted to
very
highlight.
Well. Adam, yes.
Obi, me are very surprised. Say, a sitting member of parliament will say, establishing the cause of death until it becomes public, no, it means it is not known. Obi, almost every hour, every minute, people die and autopsy reports are conducted. About 4 years ago, I lost my dad. You conducted autopsy report. And even now, Omude report to the buyer, I elected the number of people in the family, even within the family, that must have access to the report based on what they will use the information for. The autopsy reports everywhere are very private documents. Now, the family of President Mills, immediate family, Omuna at that point, no, yes, he is a national asset. Yes, he was a sitting president and what have you. But at that point, they are the custodians of that information.
Yes.
Now, Omu, who love the man, whose family, who share blood with the person, Eka say they are satisfied with the report and did not pursue any case, and they did not call for any investigations into whatever may have led to the death because they were convinced by the autopsy report, say whatever information is contained in that report, they were satisfied with it.
But there are two issues at them. That autopsy report would establish scientifically, medically, what led to the death of the president.
Exactly.
But an investigation, said the majority members need propose, would help us because establish a protocol for a sitting president. Bibi tuna nyoma bene nyoma bene what's here in the film.
Is it a
something
case?
The autopsy might not give us.
Is it a case, say, any Honorable Sylvester Sly, who make the argument, say, who be the president, naturally, no, you are immune to death.
Oh, no.
What is it about protocols na ye kan Obi, Kojo Barre do here. Under President Kufuor, he was a sitting Minister of State.
Yes.
Ni family, and the autopsy report. Is it known to you how we journalist.
No.
Can we also demand say yen kofa the ekum baredu and Richard Kwasiga and Kwasiga the major retired yes Kwasiga all of these people are now. Is that the case? It's Obi. What we are saying is nobody is against whatever investigation.
Okay.
But Obi, look at the intent and look at the entire all of this.
Genuine.
It is not genuine. And then when President Mills was alive, Nkrofona and almost say they are parade. If they really are only interested in establishing the cause of death, they may can say President Mills, even as a person, what he stands for, the respect for human value everywhere, everyone, the respect for everybody. Let us go and investigate how Yakubu died. The strange circumstances are leading to the death of Hawa Yakubu before the MPP primaries. Okay. At the time, she was one of those tipped for the top job. Okay. We should start going into all of these things. But Obi, the question is to what end?
To what end?
If the family are convinced what killed their family member, if Hawa Yakubu's family are not raising issues, say Kojo Baredu families ain't raising issues, say Kwasiga major retired ni families ain't raising issues about what killed their family member. To what end? Say more out of propaganda. Unim 2012. Omo the Sam Mills death propaganda but still President Mahama won the elections. And then you are sinking more binary sinking. All the promises now, you are not able to fulfill. Ghanaians are complaining. Fuel prices are going up. The economy is in a mess. The president is disgracing us internationally. All the credible rating agencies rate your economy as going into the junk. Until you want to buy time off. NAPCO na mudi ye propaganda sa NAPCO your NAPCO personnel are demonstrating all over. And me expect to say, wow, we are a former, we are a young person who representing youth in parliament. You are a former head of the National Youth Authority. The issues that should be of concern to you, should be things about NAPCO, should be things about youth unemployment, should be things about the hopelessness now ever into the system. And yet this petty propaganda, like Chairman Adeko Kanwadani want to say, historian, establishing death of people and all of those things and all of that. They are bread and butter issues.
We'll be coming to NAPCO. NAPCO is the second
a shameless attempt to divert attention. I would urge you, say, after Eneno, let's get back to the bread and butter issues and issues of the economy.
We are getting back to it today. We are in fact on because we spent more than 1 hour with the NAPCO beneficiaries in the studio. Yane, the national coordinator, Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, will phone for over 30 minutes. We've spent quite some time on NAPCO and we are coming back to it. But we, Efri Krobia Asante, office of the vice president, or say Obi, hasn't the minority brought the 8 who died during the 2020 election issue to parliament already? So what is Edem Agbana talking about? He again says, Obi, which money was made available for George Floyd's funeral by a ministry? Was it not the diasporans who did that themselves? Krobia Asante again asks. My brother Edem, what their fear in their call for a full investigation into the death of a former sitting president, especially when allegations are flying wide from prominent persons. No NDC member laughs at Amel's more than his son, Fifi. He stated emphatically on live TV and radio that his father's death didn't make sense to him. This matter is of national interest. JB Dankwa was murdered under former President Mahamad's administration, and it's on record. The officer in charge of the case was transferred to the police training school in Winneba when he tried to probe further. Samuel, Brian, Boabing, and on the way Abraham. Alhaji Hamza in Peck Farm says, Obi, in fact, I'm disappointed and sad to be a Ghanaian this evening. So now, the death of a person has turned to be politics in this country. This is nothing but a total diversionary tactics adopted by the NPP to wash away their failure in managing the economy. Obi, this is sad. Why don't the NPP leadership in parliament put together a motion to investigate the death of their own colleague, JB Dankwa the late? Instead, this is cheap politics, to say the least. Alhaji Hamza, Edie Eni. We say, Obi, why is Edem so furious about a president who was a state property's death. Adam seems to be mentioning President Akufo-Addo's name of his wife's death. Does he know? Was it
the youth are hungry. Hopelessness. They want job. And yet these petitions. Krobia should come and tell them how they will get them jobs.
Godfred Adoa in Bronx. Good evening to you. Your message, is not well couched. Ekosiisen Haya Sempa FM in studio. Honorable Sylvester Tete MP. Ewo Botiano Englishy, a man from former CEO of the National Youth Authority, and Afi Edem Agbana, Onoye Deputy National Youth Organizer of the NDC. Obi is the former wife of President Akufo-Addo, a state asset, is Kokwanyi Doho, who reported to the CID for investigation, doing that because of economic problems confronting the country too. That's from Mr. Tufor Ono Hamburg in Germany. And or the way I bring messages. And also Obi, tell Samuel Atamils that we are not dealing with a family issue here. The death of the former president affects every Ghanaian. Therefore, we have the right to know the cause of death. Tell lawyer Eduji Tamaklo that we are not interested in such complicated legal interpretations apart from the cause of death. Gusty man, and he's in Brekum and or the way Abba way free Ija Adamenyan Mayim, and he says good news. A certain president must not be allowed to die in office like just like that. The good people of Ghana were not told of the cause of his untimely death, thanks to his former aide, Mr. Kokwanyi Doho, for bringing the issue to national attention 10 years after the death of President Mills. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Obi, I find it so problematic why the death of Mills brings out the anger of NDC members. To me, their main agenda is to cover up the cause of his death. If he died of natural causes, why are they so afraid to tell us the truth? Ghana must know it forever. Sir Gadus is in London and Oduwea. Obi, tell Edem he shouldn't expect a lion not to eat him because he won't eat it. They can also do same for the late Honorable J.B. Danquest's death. No guilt in life, no fear in death. Guy G is in Newark, New Jersey, and Oduwe Abba. And let's come back to some other issues.
Ekosiisen on
the messages. And NAPCO beneficiaries near demonstrate. Some of them joined us in studio. Ebeka won sem ewaha. Ba ansana meba Honorable Sylvester Tete. On that issue, Melcom Super Saver card has taken Market Day Wednesday shopping to another level. It's really easy. Get registered on the Melcom Super Saver card at any Melcom branch nationwide and enjoy 5% discount on purchases worth 150 Ghana cedis and above every day. And then 10% discount on purchases worth 250 Ghana cedis and above every first and third Wednesday of each month. Super Saver card, the original CD saver. Terms and conditions apply. Melcom is where Ghana shops. Ghana Revenue Authority so edi atu enim se yemodero na young entrepreneurs etie Ekosiisen na monte se we are entrepreneur in the following sectors: manufacturing, information communications technology, agro processing, energy production, waste processing, tourism and creative art, horticulture and medicinal plants. First 5 years into your business, tax-free, you are exempt from paying taxes for the first 5 years. That's some really good news there. And after the first 5 years, or next 5 years, your rate be applicable to you. Applicable rate in it. So we are Accra or Tema a 15% or tax rate no. Other regional capitals outside the 3 northern regions a 12.5%. And where after the first 5 years. I know they're tax free. The second 5 years, and these tax rates would apply. all in the bid to help you to grow your business. We in a GRA for say fund too many. In the Accra and Tema 15%, other regional capitals outside the 3 northern regions 12.5%, outside other regional capitals 10%, the 3 northern regions 5%. For further clarification, please talk to GRA. Komo office be an in Concording Komo Ghana Revenue Authority, integrity, fairness, and service. But an innovative, do-it-yourself and very accurate bookkeeping system has been designed for all SMEs. We a digital weekly bookkeeping for SMEs. It's unbelievable. Enra nipa or this idea by the books ni be a brain waha. Now ushemwa very easy to use. I mean me copy ni krameja we any man come the tremo on camera mamuhui. Very very easy to use. Ushe book ni moa. Jackson just said that ho anefa breme.
Ekosiisen on
Very easy to use. Yes, and no. Among its exclusive features are weekly records of income and expenses. Saying that book net we a simplified weekly business record. Simplified weekly business record. 8 exclusive features. Into weekly record of income and expenses. Or net profit or loss for each week. Cumulative net profit, i.e. to date, summary of your week's bank activities, or stock record, and many more. It's suitable for every type of business, including schools and churches. In the Ushemua. And one thing a cool Ghanaian business is by bookkeeping. Truka. And you know, Sikana Bane Jumanimo, or the Ninsabo Mo Akosia, be a drawn in the East can be quoted. In no bookkeeping. After 2 years, no business, no good. Say Kojoto. In Ushemua saying that here, ya sheda asheshe kama, and it's easy to use. Ya tell how I'll be feeling. No, it's me about for example, Usheha, goods and materials, total district, accounting, advertising, curtains, water, electricity. Nina, one listy bibia. I will me a track here car over. Massa, to run successful businesses, no. Any emotional issue, you need to put in work, and we simplify amount to keep your record. And with the book we call the quarter bank be any extra bank there's actually or record keeping any bank be my loan because the money is serious. Please, pebineto, and wait for every business you are running, small, medium scale enterprises nyebi. And come at Chalomo yes, how do I dear papa. Na etimi aboa na we new sika because sika obenya from the business ye mfa ntwa yenum spelele you reinvest into the business now your metimi are going to pay book hibi nato you'll be meeting the stringent conditions by fund providers because omoba so your venture capitalist or your angel investor or your bank or your den or better your record keeping in the mepacho. This is a book you need. It's the first of its kind in Ghana's business environment, and you can start at any time, any day. Phone number is here 0244 705 306 0244 705 306 and 0202 558 411 0202 558 411. Visit us on weeklybusinessrecord.com. weeklybusinessrecord.com for all your information. Ochina mesia timubio metimo sa eba entrepreneurship ni business. I want say we are very passionate on this platform. And ochina yebesia timubio, you need a copy of this. Menyame copy. We'll continue, God willing, tomorrow. This is really really good. Into amount, very easy to use. Very very easy to use. Paybe. Now, what dream that so will say, oh, business, and no one say, ya cotton, you may be good shop, ya toa, they are saying, I could fabia barbecan, or business, no, a big good, but what they not take bookkeeping very serious. Honorable Sylvester Tete, NAPCO matters arising.
Obi, Minya Adam, Agbena, Deputy National Youth Organizer.
Yes.
But you see,
FM.
He occupies a very sensitive position in this country's political space. Nanka in semen fa mebunu ho de aka wo se dana koma so pa na service okasa Oyi propaganda.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We're making reference about 3 times. Former Chief Executive Officer, National Youth Authority. Hey, Obi. Say National Youth Authority as an apex youth authority in this country. Near the best judging and Akufo-Addo. And can maybe MPP and Fia Bemo da. Confa research na she. Obi, mamin kanche nene. By 2016, 8 years of NDC were mufi abaimono. Now the entire staff of National Youth Authority was 289. As of 2017, 2021 January, me resign here on the 6th, and I was sworn in on the 7th. Me fiho. Now your staff strength, 1,211. Now NDC was operating in only 56 districts in Ghana. That's your record you left for us. Me fiho no. We were in the 248 districts in this country. Eh? Obi. Me say, the 10 regions of Ghana. Obi, 10 regions of Ghana for the young people of this country. You see, Bibia na your friend youth resource centers. Obi, a 5,000 seater capacity stadium. And another down Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Uko stadium and stadium kakeo. There were hostel facilities. There were business incubation centers. There were 8-lane running track. Formally, the Biabenya running track will chroma. A year, according to the International Federation for Athletes or something, a year only in Kumasi, Accra, and Takrady. Until President Kufuor see Temali Stadium.
Asempa FM.
The 10 existing regions, these facilities was ongoing. Multi-purpose court. Okay, look. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, upon recommendations of the National Youth Authority and Research, Amuja Youth Unemployment Association, Graduate Unemployment Association Ukruma, and a Befim NAPCO. Obi, a Befim NAPCO. NAPCO for Mubaha. Se bibe di adansiye opportunity a NAPCO ama womo. Obi na one day. Sanka mrante wejuma ye Ukruma. Anka one day benya nipa 100,000. Afa omo wejuma. Now we've operated this NAPCO opportunity for 4 years plus. Now so market ya kemu kakra. Regrettable. But look at overall. Obi bisa won say NAPCO nuzu ni we. Anka ya anum ne wa aban mu e. Look, the testimony of NAPCO trainees. Some had stayed home for 4 years after graduation as a NAPCO Eba. Where were you? Let them now we're him. My tenure and my predecessors as National Youth Authority is remarkable. I'm telling you, the records speaks for itself. Don't go there. Obi, yeah? NEP, NDC wa bemo, no must have any yes. Edward sorry, me can't know with Jack. Me can't know with Jack. Or cut now, yes. Policy ben on the by John Kuma cut now, NEP. Youth entrepreneurship. Now, Obi, and every time I me call board meeting as a board chairman.
Okay.
Ghana Enterprises Agency. Yeah. Now, mitihwa and the first 2 days retreat for management and board. Now, we share presentations. Geared towards achieving 1 million sustainable jobs for young people in this country in the next 3 years, where government is committed to invest. Scam. Job and skills. Yeah, launchy, Obi. Yeah, be launchy. And I see Obi original house scam no. Obi you know what from lie. Now mama is Lord kakra. Yeah, the engineer said that home Obi. Now go I will say the papa. Obi. Napko eba. We must say the papa. Oh, mon père du papa mangrove. Et so obun crop for parliament MPs. But you see, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, father for all presidents. Obi, you share it. The NAPCO coordinator catch there. You started program way over 39,000 of them, as per the last count. enya permanent placement in jobs. If you discharge or more duties responsibly, our institutions or more common. The brain, they say, yeah, Chroma. Now, one of the biggest challenge for youth, and they say, ultra application, yes, no job experience. It serves as an apprenticeship to have job experience. The amount of 700 cedis a month.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Opportunity, but that wow, you foul. Hey, now you can say allowances are came. Now, more pick it in a course so John Mahama Bremu. Uti ho ka ye nyina naka mo the policy bi abasa ye ba ban mu a weni ye ba implement it. Mo start day school bursary say progressive free SHS 38 cedis. Krom ha ye the 38 cedis free SHS. Eno kra mo jaka bubruto mo ntwa kapre. Tuk na do dankwa Akufo Addo. Mo koji policy credibility. Mo ji policy credibility ni wiye ye. For 3 years. You see me en fa teacher for Ukruma. And next for me en fa Ukruma. I read the letter on this program. Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me.
Letter from one regional education.
Now, regional director, Western region, is reminding them of the enforcement of ban on employment into the education service. Was it true? Me intro, me propaganda. Manko propaganda school, mankobi. You two me adama chesi. Until Jahana Oka. Look, Obi. Nako for I come for how long? Even if it's 1 month, regrettable. But you see, for all this while I eat you Obi auntie. I'm happy you spoke to Dr.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yeah, you're the youth in forestry by. And I am look in Kwalano, they are excited. Now Obi, what you wanna boost me and Chaka say Ububifu. That is true. Baby, I scan Ubiano, Mistress into your moka. Ni processes biya. But you NDC, you created this mess. That is why the credibility and integrity of the witness is critical. Wonsa ho nyina ya moja. No be the white shirt saying wa opese okusum. Wonsa ho nyina so nyango kokko wo de num abenkwan mu wo de go so white shirt mu. Papa gina chobe hwu eni so ama. Ko ro wonsa ansa. Na almost say economy, petrol prices. Obi Hey, Ghana for me catch a ubi ene. Taxes are a da. Petrol so. Ye yini in office ene. Some into your taxes. Bisa almost say a better petrol say. Obi, the crude oil and your Ghanaian commodity. The forces of demand and supply and the international commodity and $93 per barrel. There's a general economic crisis globally. Look, Obi, me for the past
Ekosiisen on Asempa
1 month.
FM.
Obi oni mi bia. Me ka kesi ametwi. Mapaki. E drive kitwa. Mapaki. Adam, TV8 mu deputy TV8 mu no di back. What you V8?
Cara me di buy Obi.
What you V8? Obi
man feel.
Yeah, na me tell me fuel. Obi, look, me can say in Canada, a liter of crude at the pump, $1.56 Canadian dollar. And you see, the risk is that the analysts are saying, say, they don't see the end soon. And the moment I NDC for say, and they are muba. Petro no, a dear number. Or say, Bisa Clementa Park. Say, you live here, pass your mumba, their number. Which is response on the mind? Say, a young drew, you drew one near better. That's the typical of the NDC. Mobile movie. Oka on what? Oka. Frejo Mama no meka. Frejo Mama no meka.
The general secretary has said
no. I can't policy no can.
Ah. The general secretary.
Chief administrator.
Oh, say nobody chairman. Look. Intro we. Obi, mama catch NDC for. Uni crew no mo year one time premium. Go 40 more.
Say on
buy one time premium. Maybe ana satana dem no school.
Oh. Me follow your pa.
That was school.
Na buy no.
Say that was school. Mo buy na here dey. Me share wo mu wo Nima runabout. That time no. Me share wo mu wo Nima runabout. Now mo kuta trailer. I'm rent your gusu. President ku 40 more din. Ye di VAT support national health insurance. And then afibiano e also renew one time premium. It was the party manifesto. I say don't get yati mubi. Ekosiisen. The credibility of the witness, very important. Me see, and this ni. Now, also, Pisano say policy alternative they don't have. Obi, you will global crisis. Yakwa could do $93 per barrel. Analysts the end soon. Misre, Obi, exchange rate, ginsem because of forces are determine the friend is saying exchange rate and way. Over dependent on import. Look, I buying back to me to show up and do all these things for stability. But Obi, there's no free lunch in the world. And one thing I hear try say, we must raise domestic revenue to support the economy. Was it there be? Now NDC for policy sanka for ye levy no. Must policy ni ajitum. You by implementing must yampene. This is the people, this is the kind of people we are dealing with. Mr. Ghana for taxation, Obi, ya. Now ko jump pumps, now ko top fuel, ya. Now there's an NDC in the John Mahama say. Womuba, wombeti petrol, so abogana for car. And now say, any day, they don't have an answer.
Mate, Mami Nase, Adam, yes.
Obi, Mami started with the last issue about credibility. Na, mebaho, na you see credibility. I'm even surprised. Obia Okasa for President Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, but raising issues of credibility because a bad credibility part there will be. These two gentlemen, especially President Akufo-Addo, on Nibi as your leader. Obi, fuel prices. And NPP for realizes say the determinants of fuel prices no is not just your internal economic issues now. Now, 2016, lecture after lecture, platform after lecture, platform after platform, rally after rally. President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, omunya opportunity fuel prices, fuel no mutu mito ana say at that time. President Akufo-Addo or making promises say a man of power about reducing fuel prices no. Didn't he know? Say your idea. Oh, there were various videos. Obi, who station and Obi come to me and check. He has said it on several occasions. Several occasions. It is a bad credibility. That alone can prove say President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, their credibility they are in the negative, they are in deficit. Now, my national communication officer Becca say they have a loose relationship with the truth, any credibility. Obi, secondly, about issues of teacher for employment and all of that. Obi, go and see the 2022 budget. It is in this budget, they have not made provision for any public sector employment. Now, we can say under NDC, IMF, for policy credibility, there was a freeze in employment, and our teacher for Duma and all of that. Obi, it is not correct. Blatant lie, they keep repeating. Even who disprove it or Mukana, they still want to repeat it. Obi, who go into the Ministry of Education now? There is a document IFN EMIS data, IFN Education Management Information Systems data, contract between 2001 and 2019. Let's show the number of teachers that have been employed by various governments in those years. Obi, me or records no Obi, who shared between 2012 to 2016 under the NDC government, we gave employment to 31,553 teachers. And I am not the one saying it. Me reference EMIS data, which is at the Ministry of Education. Because I'm taking record of infrastructure, number of schools built, teachers, any school textbooks, enough. It is in the EMIS data now you can reference. And that is the source document for UNESCO. Any other credible rating agencies. And to say we were with IMF, and they did not employ teachers. I am disproving you say it is a blatant lie. And me reference, EMIS data. Who reference one? You don't just come and sit here and say things you don't know anything about. Obi, Ufiwa, Oba, remember NAPCO, but before NAPCO, okay about National Youth Authority. And is it talking about National Youth Authority? for close to 3 years. Nipa na ya appointing Wohokrano did not have the qualification to sit there. The predecessor, did he have a degree? Why was it? Oh, remember
not degree.
It was a simple yes, a prerequisite. To the extent because there was a petition to remove him. Oh, but me educated, yes. No, but is that not true? No, but this is a simple question. Is it talking about National Youth Authority?
Yeah, National Youth Authority.
And is it talking about the same National Youth Authority as agree? Engaging in all sort of procurement fraud, leading to ni sacking.
That's a lie. That's a
now procurement fraud.
Listen.
My brother. What brought you into National Youth Authority? Let me tell you. What brought you into National Youth Authority? What brought you? No, what led to the sacking of predecessor?
Let's hear the response he has to that.
What led to the sacking of predecessor?
Response.
Mamika Central.
Youth Authority, I'm only here fraud. Yes, sacking boss. Now we are the waba.
Yes, sacking boss.
Yes, sacking colleague.
Say sacking and I didn't buy. No, how did you become?
Okay, let's get an answer to your question.
Mamika Central.
But what led to the sacking of
Tubo. Mamika Central. At National Youth Authority,
Ekosiisen on
there were allegations of procurement breach.
Okay.
The matter had been fully investigated.
Okay.
Me, I inherited it. It was fully investigated.
Okay.
It established they did not do anything wrong. There's official. Yes.
Obi. Official investigation.
The official investigations.
The investigation was done by
Yoko. Yes. Yoko did the investigations. Mamika on record. Asigri did not do anything untoward. But Mamika again.
Minister of Sport.
Adam, I want him to land on the.
No,
I'll give you your time. I'll give you your time. Don't worry.
Adam. And then. Asigri didn't have the qualification, but let me tell you, please.
Did he have it?
Listen, yeah, politics, and also just say you tarnish somebody's image. What is the qualification for?
Why was it not confirmed?
Oh.
Was he ever confirmed?
What is the qualification for
for appointment into public service?
Was it confirmed? Was it confirmed by public service?
Oh,
we know the issues to Obi. Yeah, I will not come here now and hear allegations.
Okay.
Was it confirmed?
I think your point is
3 years now. For the 3 years now. For the 3 years. For the 3 years now. Before he was sacked.
Rast was the CEO.
What's the name?
Was Asigri confirmed? Said it now. Was Asigri confirmed?
There's no record of their confirmation.
And why was Asigri not confirmed? Why was Asigri not confirmed? But there is a history of Omukov, and I can speak to their qualifications.
One after the other.
Oh, they were no name. It's Obi. National Youth Authority now. National Youth Authority now. Yeah, Obi.
Honorable, my main theory.
Obi. National Youth Authority now. Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo. Yeah, an avenue for looting, procurement routes, including a 2 million procurement for items without a warehouse. Is that the National Youth Authority now? You are talking about, as he said, I'm wondering. Is there one National Youth Authority?
I'll come to you.
But let's go into the substantive issues of NAPCO. Obi. Now, NAPCO, they be a but for NAPCO, it's 100,000 and that figure no can 100,000 because we launch a figure no we 2 weeks after Minister for Information Kojo Upon Kuma Eba out with a statement say the scheme had about 2,000 plus people they were already in other government employments and those people would have been taken out. It is there. You let your producers check. Kojo Upon Kuma your own Minister for Information. Some people applied for the NAPCO program and they were admitted, and those people were already in employment with other government agencies, and so they were not qualified to be there. And that, you see, some of these things are as simple as Google check. Obi, it's as simple. Wow, Minister of Information. And see, I'll prove you. I'll show it to you. But Obi, make us say because of the time. Make us say you can do the check. You can do the check. Say NAPCO. Who wait to me and say NAPCO trainees, to be removed for double weight. You see, Kojo Upon Kuma.
You don't worry.
Who wait to me and check you on Google. I mean, I'm so sure what I'm saying. Obi, now the numbers no crano, it's apart from the fact that our numbers now move bundle around all the time. It's never correct and accurate. No. We also have an issue of say, is it something that is novel? Obi, Usha YEA models, any JIDA models, all of these things now we have done in the past. Governments have done in the past. How different was NAPCO? Now NAPCO no me can say it is robbing Peter to pay Paul, and I will explain to you. Obi ko university. That's a degree in accounting. The pano enya ejuma ewo ebia National Health Insurance Authority and Nigeria. The person is entitled to a salary of a basic salary of about 3,000 and I show screen also 2,105 people to be removed from NAPCO program. Obi.
Doesn't mean I'm saying
it is at the end of the me say few weeks after when you can no manka day after you can play back. Manka day after. Let's be fair to the fact.
Oh, it is 14th January 2019 story.
Yes. I'll say 2,105 people to be removed from NAPCO program.
NAPCO was launched, was in 2018, right?
Check in NAPCO launch. Me say few weeks after. Who said it? Enya Kojo Mponkuma.
Yes.
So I will say it is not true. When I was saying it's true,
sorry, they say already employed personnel in other state agencies will be removed from the Nation Builders Corps program. Over 2,000 youth are to be removed from NAPCO. This was disclosed on Sunday, January 13th, 2019, by the Minister for Information, Kojo Oponkroma, during a media briefing in the Eastern Regional Capital.
So 1 year after. So it confirms, but it confirms the number. Obi, me attribute and I'm a friend number no over 2,000 and a Kojo Oponkroma and all of that. So at least it is on record. Say it is on record.
The truth is
on record.
The truth is
when was NAPCO launched?
That was in 2018.
Now, 2018 date, man. So you should check. You can check all of these things.
2 days after that.
Man, 2 days after. You don't. Let's be fair to the fact. It's Obi. Apart from that, no, you can't about novelty. At least we have established the number needed. It was not up to 100,000. It wasn't up to 100,000. That is what we have established, and the records have shown. Obi has shown it to you on the screen. Obi, make about novelty. Now, can me say, oh, you're a graduate of the Abia University, let's say Accra Technical University. Now, so we are accounting. Obi, onye juma wo GRA, wo worst salary, wo basic salary, cry say we expect should be about 3,800 more on side as a degree holder. Aban we say, I'm coming to give you a job. Aban say, oh, you need space in the public space. Now, you need space in the public space, no. Afe, what is next? Almost say, oh, yeah, program be a friend with NAPCO. Now, ask yourself, say, NAPCO, from where did they place them? And yet the same GRA, the same National Health Insurance Authority, and the same state agency na place yomu. Inti under NAPCO no, why we the same certification now? And say you are entitled to about 3,800 no. Abaya man we juma under NAPCO, and it's giving you 700 Ghana cedis, and you are not able to pay, and you expect these people to clap for you? Obi, you understand what I'm saying? Say there is no space in the public sector.
Yes.
Inti you are rolling out a program called NAPCO.
NAPCO, yes.
Now the same GRA, the same National Health Insurance Authority, any other state agencies now see there is no space. No, Uji NAPCO for now. Where did you take them to?
Some of them have been maintained in their.
No, Obi, where were they placed or were they allocated to? And yet
the same state institutions.
And I may say, so with who qualification, no, you deserve the salary of about 3,800. Abandon space near. Now, no, under NAPCO, then they are giving you 700 cedis. You are supposed to do the same work with the same qualification. Now, amount 700 Ghana. What does that tell you? And you're plenty free.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
What is the confusion here?
Let me tell you.
What is the confusion here? Sure. Now, you see, example. Yes, my point now, maybe the people of English, I elect you, so you're a member of parliament. Now, who call parliament? No, and a speaker and a parliament say there is no space for you to sit and do your work as a member of parliament. Now, as member of parliament, ABI, you are entitled to a salary of 10,000 Ghana cedis. And you see, government is bringing up a program, so innovative. So we are going to give jobs to Omwa. They have not gotten space in the public sector. We qualification, we same vote. Any Jumana Okakoye as an elected member of parliament is the same job and under a program. And the amount of 700 Ghana cedis. Is that not free? The same people that said there's no space at GRA. There's no space at NNT. All these things. These youth temporary schemes will be. Some of us have consistently said it was not the solution. Now, why are we here today? Because President Akufo-Addo, they have lied to this NAPCO trainees till today. Okay. At the opening of mosque now, yes, we were around the Kanda, the National Mosque. No. President Akufo-Addo said, Okasano, by the following week, Finance Minister the budget called Parliament. Now, they are going to give employment on ending of October 2021. Say, by that time, no, all NAPCO trainees would have been migrated into permanent employment. Okay. President Akufo-Addo, the speech is there, you can check it. When he was giving the speech at the launch, at the open commissioning of the mosque, National Mosque, President Akufo-Addo said they were about rolling out a program that will employ all NAPCO personnel within the next couple of weeks. And he said by the end of October, all this is I'm saying, you can always verify. Or say by the end of October, before 2020 elections, NDC People's Manifesto, the various employment programs, sustainable employment, how to create jobs for young people. Now, before who your manifesto, almost since NAPCO you started the process of migrating you into permanent employment. Okay, will program me reading letter from GRA to all NAPCO personnel. A letter that was written in the first week of November 2020. It was few weeks to election. Deceiving them, say they were taking them through the process of getting them permanent employment just to get the NAPCO trainees to vote for them. Now, can I say after 2020 election, me bahar with that letter. I made this letter no chair say after that process, chairman say a single person have been retained. It was a deceptive scheme to lie to them. That process of Omuma, me say there was the HR. Okay, I said me. Yes, I brought that letter.
I recall.
HR of GRA, HR letter say they have gotten clearance.
Yes.
To employ all NAPCO. They were employing all NAPCO personnel. Okay. Obi, on this your program, I read this letter before.
Was
it was
all?
Against Honorable, I think, not many the former MP for Yenswano. Okay, that day.
Yeah, I remember
before
that day.
I would have proved, but you can check it.
Some?
It was all. It was all. Oh, me say on this program, and my voice is here. Obi, you can always retract it. But me reference, I am saying only letter. No, me, I have read it on this program before, and I use that same letter to make a point against the former MP for Ayenswano.
But on the bit about Kojo Pong, the NAPCO initiative was launched on the 1st of May 2018. 1st May 2018.
And
the Ghana web story says the President of the Republic of Ghana on Tuesday, 1st May 2018, launched the Nation Builders Corps, which will employ in this year alone 100,000 young men and women to assist in the public sector service delivery needs of Ghana. In the 1st May 2018, and Kojo Oponkuma was speaking on the 13th of January 2019. And that was over 6 months later.
1 year.
6, 7, yes, under 1 year.
But,
under 1 year later.
But,
yeah.
But,
and now I say or more any Juma in the public service will be removed.
But Obi Meka say over 2,000 names were removed.
That's the good news.
But what was the point? Obi, what was the point?
No, I think your point really was
was that
100,000 starting and no credit.
Now, and I will share already letter, already almost statement of launching. You can almost say they will employ.
Yeah, will employ 100,000.
Severally. Me, even as an individual, you are demanding from Dr. Anya say furnish even Parliament and I furnish the people of Ghana with the list of NAPCO people, which all the my institutions now. They were allocated to, let's say, you really give 100,000 people jobs.
Why is I request on?
Oh, my yes, I request on several occasions. Obi, I have spoken and made that request on several occasions.
Or have you written to the secretary?
Oh, Obi, until you have written to Obi. So Obi, the point is that, the NAPCO, you can't even pay them, but you lied to these young people. You made them, you use them for political propaganda to the extent that there were billboards all over the country. Remember me. And they are asking you to remember that they have worked. They just want to be paid. They are asking you to remember, say, you made promises that by the end of October, you were going to give each and every one of them employment. President Akufo-Addo, you can check it. They are. Obi, interrupting me, sir. Obi, the truth is that, in conclusion, the truth is that by the failure of the NAPCO program, President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia and Abani now approving. These are the people that came to power, claiming said they were on an agenda to create jobs. But then they have failed to create sustainable jobs.
When the NAPCO release came here,
NAPCO now start away 700 nuka, you cannot even pay. Miserable. But don't name the
I think on the average, on Asempa FM. By 5 months, but most of them 2. They are 3 months.
3 months. Obi, one running program.
Obi, in conclusion, don't name the me NAPCO for no didn't come up. You know, in conclusion, Obi, me NAPCO for no didn't come up. Don't name the you are telling them say there is no money to pay them.
Okay.
And yet they see say President Akufo-Addo is continuously wasting resources of this nation.
Okay.
Training expensive private jets are offline. Obi. Training expenses are all making hotels and all of this
program.
Yes.
2018, 2019,
2020,
2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Let's say 4 years successfully. Now, where the car 3 months.
Asempa FM.
Abain ba kunu no. Abain bi so afanipa. Manipa na ye juma mfie miensa. O se mi policy ni se betua busu mi miensa. A teacher for. Okay. Okay, is our policy no. That's not how to. E ba ye no. Ya ba betua sa teacher for no nyina aka. Obi aye juma mfie miensa. Wo se ye ma no busu mi miensa ketua. Obi aye juma mfie nu na ban de nika busu mi miensa.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Obi. You see, yeti hai. Obi aye juma mfie num. Ya de nika busumi miensa. Ma di ka ka se, wo ye juma na busumi, kra wa ketua ma ahokyere wom. Na me bisa wo se, muma penso no, na ye wo Graduate Unemployment Association. Omo wo president. Omo wo president e wo krom ha. Obi, regrettable. Regrettable say and then NAPCO program they buy no. Oh, Adam. Mami we met me Jahama. Ghana for nyina etie. Ghana for omadwumu do papa omutie. Obi otifie. Ebi testimony o NAPCO for ebi testimony say until NAPCO buy no. No mo atre mfie 9, mfie num. E okrum ha. No mu nya adwuma anye o. Sa mfie 9 mfie num no. Na omo wo nkwasomase wo President Mahama amambom batra mfie na mfie nu na do baye wa ye adwuma mfie nu bosumi bia yetua neka arrears of 3 months. Obi ya chichiri manya mo yenka no kure kakra
Ekosiisen
mo yenka no kure kakra nche Ghana fo na yemfa obuo kakra ema Ghana fo.
Okay.
Medi manwasi.
Yeah, that's it. Papa. Yeah, that's it. Adam, my fancy. Right. My fancy.
Baubi, we say, yeah, war Association of Unemployed Youth, Ghana has here. Now it was just minimum. Now Desmond Bresbani. Now yet the president of Association of business. Ask them say, does he have a job today? Oh, I should ask him. The gentleman who paraded himself as president of the unemployed, which was a group that was funded by the MPP. Up to today, the gentleman does not have a job. But because he doesn't have, because he was used by MPP to do that propaganda. He was used by the MPP to create that propaganda. No, today he cannot come out to speak. But starting say he is now trying to do something for himself.
Mame na ase edem agbana ene yete ne nka na Ekosiisen hye ha ya asempa